pay. And it ain't hit you till it hits you. Same room, watch me crop you out the picture. Attitude, just cause I ain't fucking with ya. You got that melody still playing in your system. Hate to say it, but that hoe is in your DNA. You the kind that don't deserve what I gave. Speculating on your daughter, you the father. Sure, I wish you would've had another father. Someone harder, smarter, taller. Posting videos, still talking down on my name. My boy, you know you started the flame. It shouldn't be nobody's business. It shouldn't be nobody's business. Yeah, I hope you know that karma gon' come around with the quickness. And you should know a real nigga don't cry when they know what they did. Your heart is still attached. I know it's full with regrets. You know I come with the facts. Be begging me to take you back. It's pure entertainment how you make up all this bullshit. And you're so complacent, paint the same pics to the public. Letting you hide all your bad parts. It just gave me all these scars. And you know I put up my guard. You know, and matter of fact, you know you care way more than I do. Run and tell them that too. And when you think that it's all about you, it ain't about you. No, no, it shouldn't be nobody's business. It shouldn't be nobody's business. Yeah, I hope you know that karma gon' come around with the quickness. And you should know a real nigga don't cry when they know what they did. It shouldn't be nobody's business. It shouldn't be nobody's business. Yeah, I hope you know that karma gon' come around with the quickness. And you should know a real nigga don't cry when they know what they did.
All right. This Queen Common Sense coming back to you from the Chi-Town, holding it down, and Melody Cherie has done it again, y'all. I told you, I said it, that she was gonna come with both barrels locked and loaded. Didn't I tell you? Hmm. And it's not. Listen, she not even gonna have to step outside her character like she had to do a few times right after the divorce and here recently, right before this new season dropped. I told y'all. I told y'all. Melody is a G. Okay. Our girl is holding it down. Okay. She's healing. She is glowing up even higher. Even higher. So we coming back to with funky throwback because something about that apology just still stuck in my craw. A lot of reasons why is because I mentioned I have had firsthand experience with a variety of malignant narcissists like Lil Buddy. Unfortunately, I grew up with a narcissistic mother, and it was, to say the least, a very, very hair-raising experience. I felt like I was on the edge of my seat as far back as I can remember as 7 years old. I was always terrified of what was going to happen next. I had no clue what was going to unfold next in that household. It's a hell of a way to grow up. and it does damage. And the apology from Funky Sauerkraut just didn't wash for me. Just didn't wash for me. And we gonna do a little throwback, a funky throwback to how all of this started, the pathology and pattern of behavior from Mr. Funky Sauerkraut of constantly ghettoing up the joint whenever there is a discrepancy that he does not have the tools to navigate through his emotions on. Whenever he has had any challenging tete-a-tete with anyone, whenever there is something that has transpired and he's been challenged on something he said, or said person that he's critiquing or reviewing, um, got a strong clap back, it's always a volatile, adverse, emotional bleed that he has wrapped up in a messy, funky little garbage bag bow that this is just how we get down in Miami. It's just the way we do when we get excited, when we get hype and we popping our ish. We just hurl all kind of epitaphs and disgusting, deplorable terms and horrible abusive adjectives around at women, black women especially. So shout out to Scotty by Nature. I looked and looked and looked through Funky Dineva's channel, and I got really sick and tired of listening to him, be honest with you. So I had to find somebody who had got straight to the point with it. So we're only gonna do uh Funky Sauerkraut's portion of the video where he originally totally went in on Melody. Let's peep this. And then I got a couple of other goodies for you to tie all this up together. Because remember when he said Melody poke at Mark, little buddy, when she said she was not satisfied in the bedroom during their marriage. And he went on this long diatribe, Funky Dineva did, about how, of all things, Melody could have said anything else but that. So we gonna take a pause and connecting the dots with Nell on how serious it is to hold people accountable for their blatant, dangerous, hazardous behavior. And we're gonna start connecting the dots for Funky Sauerkraut. So we're gonna do a funky throwback. Let's peep this little sound bite here. Shout out to Scotty by Nature.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. Y'all can call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't fuck with Mel. Y'all gonna go ahead, y'all gonna try to dress it up as, oh, because I know Marceau them, I'm blindly rocking for Marceau and teaching them, and that honestly has nothing to do with it. I don't fuck with Mel, and here is why. I can't get down with somebody who is so committed to wanting to damage somebody's marriage or prove that they are cheating or prove that they have gone through some type of marital problems. Melanie has made it her life's mission to expose Marceau and bring Tisha into the light about her husband. Let me tell you.
You see this slander? This is blatant slander. Okay, Funky Sauerkraut, you can be sued for this statement right here because Melody, not one time. I want to know what reality show were you watching? What are people watching? Are your eyes open? Are you high when you're watching the show? Or is this just like, you so whack and weak that you have to lie to be relevant when it concerns someone who really ain't checking for you and is truly standing on their square against being disrespected and literally abused in every way. Okay, let's go.
Tell y'all something. Tisha know who the fuck she married. All right, and I'm gonna keep it 100 at this point. It ain't a bitch alive watching Married to Medicine that don't believe Marcel has cheated on Tisha at some point in their marriage. We all fucking do. Okay? We all do. The reality of the situation is, y'all ain't got no proof, and Tisha is operating by, if I ain't got no proof, then damn have. That lady ain't damn dumb. That lady is not stupid.
She indeed is very stupid because he was laid up in the bed in a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, Sybaris booty call room with his shirt off. He clearly wasn't in there by himself. Okay, so who took the damn picture? Are you telling me that, uh, according to Marceau and his and his story, did Chris Fletcher take the picture of Marceau sleep with his shirt off and then decide he'd just hop back in his whip and drive back to Huntsville to his wife after, you know? Because if you really think about it, the story that Marceau gave, oh, we went on this business trip. I had dinner with Chris Fletcher, and that was that. Chris was like, "No, you was not with me all that time. We was together maybe about an hour, hour and a half. We handled our business that we were there to meet up to handle, and after that, I bounced, and I was back in Huntsville, Alabama at the time that that picture of Marceau with his shirt off, laying up in the bed, was taken." Okay, Atlanta and Alabama is not that far away from each other, clearly. So, who took the picture? Did Melody take the picture? And how so? How was Melody trying to prove that Marcel was cheating when it was Tisha that went to Melody and asked her? Tisha asked Melody, "Are the rumors of having 20 girlfriends that Martell spit out, dry snitching, are those true?" Melody told Tisha, "Find out for yourself. Figure it out for yourself." And she bounced. So this right here is a funky throwback, y'all. Let's come on.
Okay? At this point, Belle, let it go. Let it go. Y'all.
You see how Tisha lie? Just like that recent lie she told about a millimeter popping up on her, pulling up on her, coming to her home. Tisha, don't nobody give a fuck. Sorry, y'all. Tisha, nobody cares about you, where you live, or would waste their time to confront you about anything concerning Mel. We trying to get in this groove here with this new drop that she just did. Okay, this new diss track that she so eloquently put into a Chicago stepper, dusty stepper set rotation type of bop. Okay, this is when you dancing with the broom handle in the kitchen after you get done cooking and cleaning up after dinner, stuff like that. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Show was supposed to be about y'all building some damn houses in the comeback group. We just saw the special on hold. You decided at that dinner scene to open the world up to the fact that your husband was cheating on you with coleslaw, and then the storyline grew legs, and you became America's most embarrassed woman for a couple years. You did all that, all right? Did the others take joy?
No, she did not do that. Lil Buddy did it because Melody was on the verge of not filming the show because of her marriage was falling apart. Melody did not want to proceed, and King Cobra, your sister, convinced her to go ahead and forward with the show. Okay? Funky sauerkraut. Let's go.
In discussing your marriage, perhaps, but you laid it all out there, so you don't get to come back now and retroactively be mad that people were discussing your marriage.
When was Melody ever mad? How did she ever express she was mad about people discussing her marriage when she is the EP of the show? She knew what she was dealing with and she went forward with it to show exactly what she went through and was going through in real time for other women to get the empowerment to walk away from toxic abuse. So if you're not in the Scott's pocket or they are in yours because they ain't got no money, then what is it? See, this is gaslighting 102, y'all. We covered this in the first portion of the funky apology that he gave. You know, see the people who name themselves like that with these low vibrational terms, funky Dineva. It's a message in how people think about themselves, what they tag themselves with. Words have energy, terms mean something, and it's programming subconsciously shaping your character. Let's go. We'll get in that later.
Honestly and truthfully, that was the meat and potatoes of the whole show. So if it wasn't for people discussing your marriage, you wouldn't even be where you at right now, mama. So I'm not understanding truthfully what you are mad at this point. You're divorced. You're doing your singing, your gigs, you're selling your products. Martell has moved on. Why is it so ingrained on your brain to expose Marcel for cheating? All right, like I said, it ain't.
That sound like somebody feel real guilty, so they're shaking in their ashy ankled loafers and they incomplete gentleman's warehouse suit, standing in black, unfinished at the time, worried because there was some pillow talking in a couple of different households, and little buddy got bones. And I know Mel knows where little buddy's bones are buried when it comes to Black Mamba Marceau. Let's peep.
Ain't a person alive watching Love and Marriage Huntsville that don't believe Marcel ain't cheated on Tisha ass at some goddamn point. All right, but unless y'all are going to bring the pictures.
What happened to the picture of the woman's derriere with Marceau put a heart on it? What happened to that? Because we would have never found out about that had Kiki not come on the show and drop that little gem on us. What show the proof? Where's the proof? We're not gonna talk about the impromptu trip to another continent and nobody knew until after he was until after Marcel got back. Let's go.
The photographs, the video, pictures are photographs, the videos, documentation, confirmation. I'm gonna need y'all to let it alone. They're just throwing it out there. Oh, well, you need to ask your husband. Well, I know what your husband be.
I have lost 25 pounds with you.
I've lost 97 pounds with you.
I've lost 25 pounds.
My bad, y'all. I think it was a commercial in there. We're gonna see. Here we go.
Doing. You need to be worried about when your husband be coming home at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, those vague ass statements. Give us the tea. You was trying to bring Alana on the show. Get her on the show. Link her up with a blogger. Hell, have Don call me. Have your manager Don call me. Have Alana sit down and do an interview with me if Alana is who he was cheating with. But if you can't produce no receipts at this point, leave it alone.
This is where I call BS again because we all know just because this funky sauerkraut, booger sugar loving android stepped away from reviewing reality TV, he's still in the mix. He's still watching from the bushes. He knows what's up where, that other content creator released video audio of the bench warmer dry snitching as well. Okay? I need not elaborate any further. We all know what's up with that. Let's go.
Love and Marriage Huntsville has taken a turn in a direction that, quite frankly, I'm personally not interested in partaking in. It's just gotten toxic. And I don't know if I'm getting older or if it's because I've occupied this reality TV space for so long that I just don't have the tolerance for the level of toxicity, the delusions, the gaslighting, all of that. And when I saw the reunion and just the way, Mel was just, when they asked the cousin Kiki, has Tisha ever expressed that she's had any doubts in her marriage about what was going on? And Tisha, Kiki was like, well, I mean, yeah. The way Mel just, you like that, you liked it, and it really says a lot about you that you.
Melody barely said anything on that reunion. She was sitting there looking like a living baby doll with her chromed out, platinumed out J Bolin ensemble looking flawless and fly. And she sat there and let it rock. So how are you deciphering what she liked based on her sitting there looking like a perfect mannequin, living mannequin, okay?
You taking so much pleasure. It's like, what I want to know is if,
Remember what narcissists and toxic people, every accusation is a reverse confession. All of this is subconscious confessions when people project and use this whack reverse psychology, nitpicky, unjustifiable, reckless tactic of gaslighting. Let's go.
Marceau's mistress, whoever he's slept with in the past, if they came out today or tomorrow on the cover of the New York Times, then what? You're going to get 30 seconds of gratification. And then what? What does that do for you? Does it make you feel better because your shit fell apart? I'm just saying. So, I ain't really with it. Like,
I wonder when Tisha talks and recalls these things, does she remember when she was trying to say there's still hope for Mel and little buddy when she told the entire group, look, I don't know where my marriage is at. I don't know where things are. I don't want to be a part of the comeback group. I gotta disconnect and I gotta regroup. I have to strategize so that I can not watch the rest of my life fall apart. It's amazing how it's amazing how Black women are totally invisible when they're in pain and expected to still operate and function like normal after going through such severe psychological, emotional abuse. It's like, how dare you have any feelings? That's a lot like the Willie Lynch syndrome. take away the mind, keep the body, condition, keep you in an infantized mind state. Just like white supremacy. So you tell me, is Funky Dineva unbiased? Is he without the ability to self-reflect? Because then, a year ago and now, I don't see much of a change in the roast or the apology, because it was a backhanded apology. Let's continue.
When they come back next season, of course I'm gonna jump on it, but I don't want no more Mel trying to prove Marceau cheated. Then from the bits and pieces that I've seen, Melody's not interested in being friends with any of the damn ladies. Then what type of show do we have at this point? You know what I'm saying? It's just gotten too toxic. Now let's talk about another show that I do not watch.
It's just unreal. You know, he just admitted he did not watch the show, but he spoke on it after having a sit down with Black Mamba and his little mole troll wife, Tinkerbell Tisha. Do you watch it? Do you don't watch it? How do you review it if you don't watch it? How are you a vet in the reality show reviewing arena? You talking about shows you don't watch. Shout out to Scotty by Nature. Thank you for posting that. That was about a year ago. Yeah, it's about a year ago. So let's check this out, since Melody was poking Martell, according to Funky Sauerkraut. We if we're gonna wind it back, let's wind it all the way back, right? Don't start in the middle, like you say, Funky. Start from the beginning. Who was poking who? Okay, with the gate crashing, Melody's date. Let's peep. It's disturbing how delusional and how skewed people's discernment can be based on the filter that they see other people through. When you are fed certain things and get batteries put in your back, how because of the simple fact that you may dislike this person for your own ignorant reasons, I never do that. I have people come to me all the time dogging out another person, and I'm like, wow, I'll listen, right? And then I'll start thinking in my mind automatically, like, why is this person dragging this other person? If they dislike them, just leave them alone. Why you keep talking about a person? This is what I'm thinking in my mind when I'm listening to certain people, you know, bringing bones to me. And I never say anything. I just listen. And then I wait and watch things unfold. And usually the way things unfold tells me exactly why that person did and said the things that they did without all the information. I never go running with what one person tells me, one side of the story.
Hey, Bridge Street. So I want us to have a conversation about boundaries, about respect, and what that looks like for us when it comes to us. Because what happened was out of line, totally out of line and unnecessary.
Mel, listen, it's like when you do something, it's cool. Like, you do stuff all the time on social media.
Like what?
I'm saying, when I even mentioned I had a baby or something like that, you went straight to social media. So now when I see you with a dude, and it was a shocker to me, you know, it's the first time me saying something like that. So Hell yeah. You know, I was like, what's up, Mel? So you walked over there, we talked.
Yeah.
And I told you I was coming over to Connor's where you was gonna be
You
at.
didn't tell me you were coming here. You said, where y'all going?
I said I'd be over there.
No, no.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No.
I had all intentions to come over there.
But for what?
Because I wanted to.
I saw her at a restaurant. You know, she said she was on a date. I'm like, oh, okay.
So if Mel is trying to ruin somebody's marriage, is she doing this while she's on a date, trying to move on with her life? Why are we not discussing how Martell has been poking at Mel nonstop? Okay, nonstop.
Okay.
Like, you had a whole business meeting. Somebody you told me flew in from LA. So you step out of a business meeting deal possibility to address your ex.
See how the priorities are jacked up? Nothing has changed over 3 years' time. Okay. This idiot is still chasing a fallacy. Okay. He's still holding on to nostalgia. Okay. Pre-divorce. He's still in denial, poking at Mel, gate crashing her life out in public. Okay.
Wife about her being out in public with someone, and you got them waiting on you. Then you probably ended the damn meeting in 15 minutes just so you could come over there.
It don't matter.
It does matter.
To me, no.
So this is what I'm saying.
cool.
When you talk about your business reputation and trying to get things back however you want them to be, that's
Stop doing
childish.
stuff. Everything you're doing, especially on social media, is childish. I'd much rather do something in your face, in your presence, than hide behind a damn computer.
Martell, I have not, as of late at all, been bothering you on social media. Like, you literally was like, are you on the date? I said, I'm walking out at Brishy. Now you gonna be my wife again.
No,
all
I
of that.
ain't say I don't want you to be my wife again.
Okay, Martell. Okay, Martell. Whatever you like to say.
I don't want you to be my wife
Well,
again.
that's not what you just said.
I just said I don't want you to be my wife again. I told you that before.
That's not what you. That's not what you just said the
What
other
I've said in the
day.
past is only way that I would be with you is only because of my children.
Martell.
So I'm still trying to gather the dots. You know, trying to destroy somebody's marriage, and she has her hands full with 4 children and this tick that will not go away. Okay?
Tell Hope. Let's see.
And my thing is, why are we even discussing stuff like this? I mean, you trying to get
What do you
your dude
mean?
some airtime?
What do you mean?
Like what? That.
What's funny?
That's what you flown with at our favorite restaurant. How you gonna take another dude to like the family?
That's my favorite restaurant.
No, that was a family favorite restaurant.
Martell, let me say something. Let me be clear.
Like that.
Let me be clear.
Like that.
Let me be clear.
I'm just saying this.
Let me be clear. Last I checked, I'm single.
Look at that.
Last I checked.
I know.
Last I
But do
checked,
better.
I'm single.
Do better.
No, you.
Melody can have whoever she wants. Okay? She don't need to just try to destroy anybody's marriage or prove anybody's cheating. You know, y'all so stupid, you stumble over your own mistakes. You tell on yourself and expose yourselves. You did it for her. She didn't have to do anything. She don't have to do nothing, but what she been doing is getting to the bag. Okay? Let's go.
Really
No,
need to
do better.
And what you should be doing is worrying about what you was doing while you were married and out here in these Huntsville streets.
You too.
So
You did
I'm
the same
single.
thing.
No, I
You
did
did the same
not.
thing
You're
I did.
lying. No, I did
No, you
not.
did.
Prove it. You don't see me calling all you don't see me calling all the women over the state to state that you got to sleep with. You don't see me saying anything about them.
Hey, look,
Prove it.
people around.
Tell the truth.
People
Quit
around.
over talking me.
I'm sorry.
Pulling up the little video. Thank you, because what was you recording us for? For what?
Stop.
You're being disrespectful.
Of course I'm gonna be disrespectful.
For
okay?
what?
'Cause I
I'm
want
not
to
your
be.
wife.
There we go. We already know what went down. Okay. Now, let's try another example, shall we? This is a little bit shorter, where little buddy just pops up at Melody's temple at the crib. Okay? It's her week. Come on now, we already know. It's her week. And Here he comes out of nowhere. This is the most disturbing assessment of a reality show that I have ever seen from Funky Sauerkraut. Okay, it's just unreal how people will play in your face, gaslight, lie right to you comfortably when you have lived through the experience of them completely disrespecting you to your face. You see how easy it is for this man to disrespect Melody and all of it that she's been through and boil it down to these small little remedial talking points that hold zero weight. Let's go.
How y'all doing? So sweetheart. How you doing?
Obviously, because Martell and I have to co-parent, you know, I had to give him the address of where I'm living, but not for him to be popping up. Not for him to be taking advantage of knowing where I live. He better not be popping up, doing drive-bys, having folks drive by, none of that. Like, why are you here right now? What you doing here?
Wherever my kids are, I'm popping up.
Don't pop up. This is my time with the kids.
No, I'm just
like,
saying,
our
whenever.
time.
Listen, okay, we ain't got to fuss in front of the kids.
Yeah, I don't want to fuss. I said our time.
Hey, kids, so you guys go in for a moment?
What?
Just go in for a moment, okay? Because mommy is about to start fussing.
Mel might have the kids for 2 weeks, but anyone think that I'm gonna be in the same town as my kids and not see them for 2 weeks doesn't understand Martell Holt, period.
I want this transition to be pretty much, it's best for the kids.
I have the kids for 2 weeks, well, usually 3, because when your 2 weeks up, for you to get them, you don't want them yet. So I have them for 3 weeks, you have them for 2. I think that works. We've been doing it ourselves. Nobody told us to do that. Nobody made us do that. The only
You made me do it, I'm sorry.
Told me after you went on social media saying you ain't seen your kids in 2 weeks?
That's accurate.
Absolutely.
And you blocked me, and your mother blocked me, so I couldn't talk to you.
My mom has no respect for you, and you have no respect for my mother.
Your mom don't have no respect for me?
She has no respect for you, and you have no respect for her.
She don't.
Do you see how are you shocked after you have annihilated this woman's family, bringing a third party into your personal life, put her health at risk, your children's health at risk, and you're shocked that your ex-mother-in-law has no respect for you, that Miss Van has no. Listen, y'all, when did Melody have time to try to ruin anybody's marriage? We're still waiting for the answer to this. Let's go.
No respect for me. She ain't saying my kids ever again.
So
what you talking about? No respect for me. I didn't judge your mom or her situation.
Do you feel like my mom judged you?
Dang.
Because you're just talking out your nose.
Listen,
Do you feel like my mom judged you? Or has my mom been supportive of you and loving you and encouraging you and tried to? I'm talking about even though you're hurting her daughter. No. You know you've been hurting her daughter. She's still
the
showing you
daughter been hurting
love.
me too.
How
Everything
have I been
done,
hurting
you done the same thing to me.
See? Okay. Yeah. There you go. So, where Houseway, Funky Sauerkraut, did Melody even have time or the headspace to try to comfort Tisha Tinkerbell's marriage? Okay. She made one statement. And the reason why that one statement held so much weight and weighed so heavy on Tisha's little feeble heart and incompetent psyche is because Tisha knows, just like all the rest of the cast knows, that Black Mamba Marceau has been cheating long before he even knew who Melody was. So we're going to tie this up in a nice little bow, and we're going to give a peekaboo since everybody wants so much empathy and sympathy for little buddy, Jezebel Martell. You know, this is what happens when you cut off a narcissist for good. Shout out to Mental Healness, another channel that I use quite often for reinforcement. He's a diagnosed narcissist. He's not self-diagnosed. He's been diagnosed by a legitimate therapist. He said his journey in therapy has been about 5, 6 years now, maybe a little more. I might be off a little bit, but he is a brother who is teaching people the ins and outs of having a relationship with a narcissist and who has lived through being dropped like a hot barbecue coal because of his narcissism. So let's take a look and a peek. This is how narcissists feel when they're cut off for good. Let's peek.
How narcissists act or how narcissists feel when you cut them off for good. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. So boom, welcome back, folks. Yes. So first of all, let's go and get this out of the way right now. Narcissistic people, most of them, a lot of them, hate it when you cut them off for good. When you go no contact. Like I said, no contact works, no contact. So this isn't just about going no contact. This is about literally, even if you have kids, you have to interact with them. When you cut them off, when you cut off access to them, because you can cut off access to them, you can cut off access to you. You can cut off access for them to you, but you still have to have interactions with them and whatnot. When you remove all your emotional reactions, when you finally take your power back, and they realize they no longer have any type of control over you, how do they feel? And this, like I said, this can even happen when you have kids together. You know how they used to torture you, how they try to torture you through the kids, how they show up to drop-offs and pickups and drop-offs at different times, how they come late or come early or try to change the schedule up at the last second in order to try to throw you off, in order to try to ruin your day or ruin your time and whatnot. That happens quite a bit, right? So when that stops affecting you, when they see that it's no longer affecting you, you win. Let's keep it real.
Melody already won. She wasn't checking for him, and they were still living in the sea. Iced his ass out while he was still living in the marital home together with Melody and the children. She did exactly what she was supposed to do. You feel me, Nell? Y'all make sure you share this with Nell, make sure she see this. This is why Melody had to file a police report and have him arrested, because he deserves to be arrested. He deserves to go to trial for the things that he has done to his children and his ex-wife repeatedly. This wasn't just a little spat. For 2 to 3, almost 4 years, Melody has been harassed and poked at, slandered, followed, teased, mocked. Okay? I can go on. So let's connect all the dots together for Funky Sauerkraut. We're doing a funky throwback. This is what he deserves. There's consequences for every action. There's an equal and adverse reaction. What goes up must come down. Okay? So you want to turn up and be stuck with the creepy predatorial behavior? There's consequences for that. That's why they call it laws. Okay? Let's peep.
In that situation right there, you have won. You are winning, because that narcissist feels horrible. They feel terrible inside. They feel there's a shame that creeps into the narcissist, right? There's a lot of shame that takes over the narcissist, right? You know why? Because they feel like they lost. You have won. Narcissists, if y'all watched any of my other videos, you know that
You need to hold that L, Jezebel Martell. Hold that L. Tisha, you're delusional. That's my opinion. And I think the reason why Melody threw it back at Kimmy at the last reunion is because she didn't want to disrupt the civility between the two women because slowly but surely Tisha is waking up, openly waking up. Let's put it that way. Let's go.
A lot of narcissistic people think in terms of wins and losses, right? They are thinking in terms of winning and losing. So they're trying to put things together. They're losing their minds. They're doing this, they're doing that, and they can't seem to make things work out. So if they always just want to win, and winning to narcissists is access to you, is control over you, is getting reactions from you, right? So if they lose all of that, then it's a loss to them. So yeah, will they give up? Will they stop trying? No, a lot of them will not stop trying, y'all. Some of them will get tired, get exhausted, and just run away like a shameful dog, a little shameful narcissistic dog with their tail tucked between their legs. Some of them will do that, but there's a lot of them who just keep trying. They want to exhaust you. They want a reaction from you. They want you to yell back. They want you to scream at them. They want you to send them a long text message so they can, pardon the interruption, just.
There you go. You need to hold that L there, Jezebel Martell, little buddy. Funky sauerkraut. We connecting the dots. Get your crayons, your markers, your whiteboard, your construction paper, your glitter, and your Elmer's glue, or glue sticks in your case, because we don't want you to eat the glue and try to get high. Okay, so this is how little buddy's feeling, and he is imploding mentally and emotionally. He is off the hook now, unconnected, unhinged, discombobulated, on tilt. Okay? So, I repeat, Melody did exactly what the fuck she was supposed to do.
I want to let you know that I do have courses and support groups available as well. Courses to help you understand what you went through, and support groups to help you during or after the toxic relationship. Link in the description. Now back to the video. I feel like so they can.
And this is the reason why I think a lot of our melanated people are so disconnected to what abuse looks like, feels like, tastes like, because, our community is like a sieve. You can pour into it and it'll all just drain out the bottom through the holes in the bottom. We cannot get anywhere, okay? Because once people leave or end a toxic relationship, it doesn't matter what dynamic it is, whether it's friendships, romance, siblings, it doesn't matter. Work relationships even. We do not give ourselves time to process and heal before we dive into yet another toxic cycle. Okay? And that's why we continue to move through life without the proper tools to address those scars from a previous relationship, and then the new person that you hurry up and jump from the frying pan into the fire with has to experience and be punished for what the other person did or did not do. And then said person who's relationship hopping, I just can't find nobody that fits me. What's wrong with my family? I keep doing the same thing. They won't change. Everybody cut me off. Nobody wants to deal with me. I have this, I have that, I have this and the other problem, and I don't have support. It's not the people who cut you off, it's you. It's not the people who are preserving their sanity and their well-being, just like with an addict. The first step to intervention is no more enabling. You cannot reward bad behavior and abuse. Okay? This is coming from a narcissist, a diagnosed narcissist, y'all. It's disturbing how so many people still cannot connect these dots. Let's go.
Feel something. They want to feel something. So they feel like they lost. And this is why, y'all, they always seem to think that you have someone else Even if they have someone else, even if y'all have been separated or divorced for years, y'all have been together for years, like they
Even though Martell got a bench warmer and he's out thirst trapping now, trying to get his hooks back in Sheree, and anybody that will squat long enough for him to froggy hop on their back. Okay? He can have all type of, you know, decorations dangling from his naked branches on his tree, but Melody better not be with anybody. She better not move on. You better not heal from what I have dragged you through relentlessly without your consent. The unmitigated gall, y'all. Let's go.
still feel like you moving on is a smack in the face to them. So they will try to ruin your new relationship. If you're in a new relationship, narcissists will try to ruin your new relationship. If they feel like they're losing access to you, if you feel like you can.
When Melody had her name changing ceremony and rededicated herself back to her maiden name and did the Kamehameha charge up, okay, did the Pikachu call out? Listen, Martell needed an oxygen tank when Nell told him that she was attending this name change ceremony. You see, he almost went into a cardiac arrest, cold blue, right there on the front porch.
Completely cut them out, they will try to ruin your new relationship if they know about it. Y'all hear these stories? Y'all, you go Google it. Ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend unalives new partner. They will come back and take the life of your new partner and you sometimes. Some of them will do that, y'all. Some of them will get extremely dangerous. So how do they feel when you cut them off? When they lose control? Some of them can become dangerous. Some of them have psychotic breaks, and because they cannot get the image of you being with somebody else out of their head. They can't get that out of their heads. They can't get the image, and it's crazy, like I said, even if they themselves are with someone else, even if they themselves are with someone else, even if they're with someone else, even if they themselves have other people in their life, multiple new supplies, they don't care. They don't want.
Belinda, Melnika, Destiny, this new chick, with the husband and the side dude, uh, multiple new supply, multiple people, and guess who he's still fixated on? This is what happens when you discard the narcissist first and go no contact. That's why it's volatile, and it's imperative that Melody keep in place what she has already put in place. She's doing exactly what she is supposed to do. I'm a sound like a broken record because we might have to do a three-peat with funky throwback sauerkraut. Okay, let's peep.
You to move on. So some of them will start stalking you and popping up at your job, popping up at your place of employment, job, popping up at your house, popping up at the gym, popping up at wherever you're going to be. Some of them will absolutely stalk you. So you have to be careful. You absolutely.
And just a quick story time. 2012, I went through my divorce, and my ex stalked me for an entire year, nonstop. When I talk about every day, every single day, I was counting phone calls from weird numbers, having to get bars put on my first floor windows in my home. I had a 2-story home with a basement. Had to get bars, security bars all the way around my house. Had to get security gates over the door. Had to purchase and get training for a guard dog, and I purchased a weapon. And I slept with that weapon under my pillow with the safety off. I used to sleep with a jogging suit on, and I'd had my shoes on the windowsill right above my head. I did that for an entire year and some change because of my ex-husband stalking me in the home, and I still had two juvenile sons there trying to finish school, trying to be normal kids, have fun, no worries. My youngest was so wound up, he would sleep on the couch right outside of my door until my ex-husband finally moved all of his stuff out. Okay. So I'm a living, walking, breathing survivor of narcissistic abuse, not just from my mother, but my ex-husband. Okay. And a lot of the reason why I wound up marrying a narcissist is because of the subconscious programming that happened to me over the years, not understanding that I was being gaslit and conditioned to be a target of narcissistic supply by a narcissist. My husband was covert, one of the most dangerous narcissists. So, nail, sauerkraut, funky, throwback. Mel did exactly what the hell she was supposed to do. She's protecting her life so she can continue to raise her children properly, and she's doing a hell of a job. Let's go.
Do this is one of those things that you have to do. You have to be careful, because if you're not, then you're just gonna lose. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it hot. Let's keep it hot and ready like a Little Caesars pizza. Let's just keep it real, because this is what happens so much, y'all. They always want some type of control over you. They always want some type of access to you. So when you cut that out, some of them can react negatively. And this is the crazy thing about it. Not every one of them will react negatively, right? Some of them will ghost you. I know it's not funny, but some of them, because their feelings are hurt so badly, because they didn't think that you would leave them alone, because they didn't think you would change or things would change. But some of them will absolutely leave you alone, right? Some of them will disappear on you, right? Some of them will leave you alone, ghost you, even if you have kids. When they feel like they can't use the kids for leverage anymore, when they can't use the kids to harass you or sabotage your time or control your schedule, they will ghost you. They will abandon the kids. They will leave you alone. They'll
And Jezebel Martell, little buddy, done emotionally abandoned his children a long time ago when he decided to go out in the middle of a pandemic and have relations with a complete stranger when we were supposed to be self-quarantine, sheltering in place. Okay? You will risk the lives of the people that you claim to love, okay, when you're a narcissist, for little menial things as some fellatio when you need to have your ass at home reading that damn book for your builder's license exam. That's what you should have been doing during that damn pandemic. Studying. Let's go.
disappear on you and try to start a whole new family. You know, try to start an entire family dynamic. That's what they will do, right? That's what they will do. They'll try to start a whole new family, just forget you, because there's so much shame associated with it, because a lot of narcissists, right, see you and the kids as a package deal. Like if you know what I mean, if I can't have access to you, then I don't want access to the kids. And then y'all already know the story that goes from here. They will start to try to make it seem like online that you are this big monster, like the issues are with you. You did this, you did that, blah blah blah, boo 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 boo.
According to Lil Buddy, Mel was bullying him. According to Lil Buddy, she was poking at him online, posting this and posting that, when the entire time What we did not see that never aired, okay, was how he was constantly texting, calling, emailing, popping up, pulling up. And Melody got so sick of it, she kept changing her number. But people forget about that. Why you change your number? How come you haven't called me? She was exhausted. I don't blame her for not wanting to shoot shit with a bunch of females who didn't care if she was alive or unalive during that time period. And then furthermore, with all the unpacking mentally she had to do to process what was happening to her and her children, where did she have the time to really talk and converse and babysit grown people's fucking emotions? I'm sorry. Let's go.
Everything is going to be your fault. Y'all already know that. They go, yeah, my bitter ex won't let me see my kids or whatever it is. Y'all know how it goes. But that's why I'm saying you have to be able to put the work in. Like when you cut them off, you have to be safe as possible because you never really know how they're going to go. And if what you're thinking right now,
This is a diagnosed narcissist telling us you have to be safe because you never know which way they're going to go. You heard what this man said. Let's go.
when I say this, when I say cut them off for good, you're ignoring them. You're only responding to them when necessary about the kids. When I say that, so many people get this into their head right here, and I don't want you to be one of those people, right? So many people say, I don't think they would do that. They don't seem like the person that would do that. Those are the people that will do it. I don't.
Let's do that again, shall we?
Would do that. They don't seem like the person that would do that. Those are the people that will do it. I don't get the vibe from them that they will try to hurt me. Those are the people that have snap. Like when people have that psychotic break, when people snap, they are not themselves. So they will. The shame takes over. You know, the shame takes over. They want their needs met. It's kind of like, you know, when Bruce Banner turns into the Hulk. That's how narcissists are.
Just like women can be male identified, men are female identified. Lil buddy Jezebel Martell is female identified. He cannot get through the day without some woman skank trollop strumpet telling him he's fine or looking good or smelling good, talking about his suits, talking about his ashy ankles, whatever. Okay? Supply. Let's go.
Your little narcissistic ex turns into like the little Hulk narcissist. Even though they may be small and diminutive, they turn into the little hulkish narcissistic person, right? So you in this situation, you in this scenario have to be prepared, right? You have to stay ready. You have to stay at the go. Because like, if you don't think that they will do that, one thing I've learned out, I don't put anything past anyone anymore. My mind just won't allow me to do that anymore because I've seen so many people in these situations. I've seen so many people in these relationships get hurt or lose their lives or whatever. Not so many people, but I've seen people. You can Google it, y'all. I promise you can. Google can save you right here. You can look on Google and Google your current situation. Some of them will have a psychotic break and come get you. Come try to take you out here and your new partner and sometimes the kids too. Family annihilators are real. So how do they feel when you cut them off? Some of them want to annihilate you. If I can't have you, no one will. So you have to protect yourself. You have to be, you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your peace. It's up to you. And I know it doesn't feel fair because you just want to move on with your life. But the narcissistic people don't care about fairness, y'all. They care about control. They care about power. So some of them will absolutely just lose their minds and try to hurt you, try to harm you, try to turn the kids against you, try to have you in and out of court, trying to exhaust you, trying to exhaust not only your mental health, but your financial resources. They'll just be dragging you to court for every little instance.
He tried it. And until he refused to pass that builder's test and get a job or you know, jump down and get it out the mud like Mel did. He ran out of money. Okay. And then he went scheming and scamming that couple, trying to erect an addition onto their home without a license, and stole their money. Couldn't keep up. And this is what happens when you invest in evil deeds. You wind up like little buddy Hotel Motel Holiday Inn. Let's go.
That they feel like it's a violation of whatever court order you have, and just try to drain your resources because, you know, attorneys are expensive unless you're doing what do they call it, pro se, when you represent yourself. I think that's what it's called. Unless you're doing that, they just like, y'all, I'm just telling you, they will keep doing this over and over again. And that's why I just want you to prepare y'all for this, because like, yeah, some of them, and I'll end it with this right here, this last little thing. When you try to cut them off, some of them, not all of them will go crazy and try to be evil to you, try to hurt you and try to harm you. Some of them will try to rekindle a love bombing phase. Some of them will absolutely try to start a new love bombing phase on you because it works, right? Because they'll start telling you everything that you want to hear. They'll start doing everything that you want them to do without you asking them to do it, right? They'll try to love bomb you. And does it work? Yeah, it works a lot of time, because this is the person, they're becoming who you want them to be. You're getting fulfilled, right? Your dreams are getting fulfilled. You're getting, like, that's what I'm just telling you, like, your dreams are being fulfilled here, right? So in these spaces, in these situations, you have to be the one to cut them off and to remain safe and not fall for the love bombing. I know it feels good. I know it sounds good. I know it, sometimes it can be good, but you cannot fall for the love bombing phase. If you fall for the love bombing, they will continue to do it over and over again. And when you try to leave them again, when you try to cut them off, guess what happens? Another love bomb. And that's why I'm just telling you, like, well, Lee, well, how do we know? What if they're really trying to change their behaviors? I'll say this right here. If they're really trying to change their behaviors and they try to love bomb you and you deny it, and then they'll lose their minds. If they're faking it, let me rephrase that. If they're faking it, right, and you deny the love bombing, you say no thank you, you set a boundary, and they lose their minds, they will just lose. They will lose their minds if they're faking it. If it's real, they will respect your boundaries and leave you alone, at least for a little while. They will respect it. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into another episode. I really appreciate every single one of y'all. As always, subscribe to the channel. Mental Healness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video.
Shout out to Mental Healness. If you haven't already checked them out, Mental Healness. Go check them out. Hit that subscribe bell, thumbs up some of his videos. Give him a little watch time. Take a peekaboo and ingest some material. If you're not familiar with narcissism, even if you are, get a refresher. Check out his services he has to offer. If you don't need it, pass it on to someone who does. He does one-on-one consultations. He's not a licensed therapist, but he is a coach, and he's a good one. This is a brother who has been working on himself, and I highly respect and admire him for what he's doing to show up for his wife and his children, the best version of himself, and addressing his own demons and being responsible for his own energy. Shout out to Mental Healness. Like I said, I get a lot from this channel. Lots of maintenance, confirmation, reminders, new stuff, eye-opening. Okay, it'll open up your throat chakra and your crown chakra and your solar plexus chakra and get that joker spinning in the right direction and balance it out. Okay, so we gonna bounce for right now. We're gonna take it up on out of here with the Queen of Huntsville one more again with nobody's business. Okay, let me let these commercials rock. Oh my God, she did it, didn't she? Oh my goodness, with her beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Gotta pay what what you owe, babe. Reap what you sow, babe. On the blocks doing that lame shit, fake shit. Never gonna be near me again, shit, babe. And it ain't hit you till it hit you. Same room, watch me crop you out the picture. Attitude, just cause I ain't fucking with ya. You got the melodies that playing in your system. Hate to say it, but that hoe is in your DNA. You the kind that don't deserve what I gave. Speculating on your daughter, you the father. Sure, I wish you would've had another father. Someone harder, smarter, taller. Posting videos, still talking down on my name. My boy, you know you started the flame. It shouldn't be nobody's business. It shouldn't be nobody's business. Yeah, I hope you know that karma gon' come around with the quickness. And you should know a real nigga don't cry when they know what they did. Your heart's still attached. I know it's full with regrets. You know I come with the facts. Be begging me to take you back. It's pure entertainment, how you make up all this bullshit. And you're so complacent, paint the same pics to the public. Letting you hide all your bad parts. It just gave me all these scars. And you know I put up my guard. You know, and matter of fact, you know you care way more than I do. Run and tell them that too. And when you think that it's all about you, it ain't about you. No, it shouldn't be nobody's business. It shouldn't be nobody's business. Yeah, I hope you know that karma gon' come around with the quickness. And you should know a real nigga don't cry when they know what they did. It shouldn't be nobody's business. It shouldn't be nobody's.
That's our baby doll, Melody Cherie, y'all. And we're gonna be out. Y'all have a good one. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers. Be blessed, stay safe, enjoy, celebrate, and thank you for adding beautiful people to the world who will grow up to be an addition and a legacy to us. One love, y'all. I'm out.